Hello everybody, my name is gregarganda, and this week's review is Super Troopers. Do not take it seriously. Pick, and you are complete cheese. I love this movie. I can't believe you picked this movie. This has like one of the best sentimental values to me because I was a huge fan of like DVD rental places, and this was the very, very last item that I got at this place called Bradley Video, which was this really, really great DVD store that I love because their prices kick the shit out of Blockbusters. And then we moved to Netflix, and then, I don't know, as soon as we moved to Netflix, it seemed like Bradley shut down, and great, great memory in this little DVD. Owned by Bradley Video. Regardless, this is a movie about these highway patrolmen who are kind of at the necks of the local police department because they're up on the budget cutting board as to whether or not this highway patrol can be allowed to, like, if they're trying to see if they're useful or not. And these guys are the most ridiculous, I'm not going to say useless cops ever, but they just do not take themselves seriously at all. And what's really great about this movie is the entire movie itself, Super Troopers, just does not take itself seriously at all. Like, every scene, without fail, is ridiculously funny. Even the scene where there's this girl who has died, and it's a murder investigation, they make it the most funny scene possible by getting this, like wild boar to come into, and just trampling all over the fucking evidence. And they're trying to catch this pig. And this fucking, one of the crazy-ass deputies of the highway patrol is like, "Woo! That's one hell of a pig!" And he's just like the biggest, funniest redneck ever. And he's just like chasing after this pig and trying to fucking capture the hog. Oh my god, like, it's so odd because, like, and that's probably one of the only scenes where I've seen, like, they take a murder investigation and make it as, like, extraordinarily funny as possible. Now, what I love about this movie are the different characters, and what I mean, in this movie has a real special case for me, because this is probably one of the only times that you'll ever see Brian Cox, who plays Captain O'Hagan, who is the captain of these, highway patrol guys. Like, it's one of the only roles that I ever see him in where he's actually really, really funny. Now, if you don't know who Brian Cox is, you should be slapped with a cock. And this movie, this movie shows him in a completely different light. Who Brian Cox is? Okay, Brian Cox is the evil guy from Troy. You know who I'm talking about. He's also, he also plays the evil guy who's attempting to kill, He's the head designer of the Bourne Identity. He is the mastermind behind the Bourne Identity. He's the evil dude who gets Jason Bourne turned into this basically killing machine who can't remember who he is because he's all doped up on all kinds of different shit. And Brian Cox is just again and again and again pops up in these extraordinarily dramatic roles, and he's just a really, really, really intense actor, and he has this like kind of like grizzled face where it's just like you really can't read him at all. But in this movie, Brian Cox just completely deviates from the normal roles he picks, and he's just like, he plays literally like the best manager, or no, the best boss that you could ever have. And, like, he's sitting there, like, getting fucking wasted with his people. It's just, like, he's trying to pine in and tell everybody, hey, we gotta take it a little bit more seriously, guys. We're up on the chopping block. And then the next scene, he's, like, getting drunk and he's driving drunk with his fucking colleagues, just going fucking apeshit. I mean, and on the other side of that, oh my god. Who is it? Daniel von Bargen, who plays an evil fuck in literally every single movie he's in. He plays Chief Grady, who is the police officer's, the local PD's police captain. This character is so fucking hilarious. I mean, one of my favorite scenes in this movie is when Chief O'Hagan wants to come up to Chief Grady and kind of like make amends. And he's just like, Chief Grady is trying to be He's just trying to be, like, the biggest dick possible. If you ever heard of the term, like, being a troll, well, Chief Grady is the biggest fucking troll in the world. O'Hagan is sitting there, alright, I know we hate each other, and Chief Grady just, like, pines and it's like, I don't hate you. I love you. He's just such a dick. Chief Grady, like... Daniel von Borgen's character is fucking hilarious. Like, he's a dick, but you love to watch, like, his fucking smart-ass rebuttals to everything that Chief O'Hagan tries to do, and, like, Grady's character is just ridiculously funny. Now, the third thing that I like and dislike about this movie is, Farva, who is Kevin Heffernan. I've never even seen him in anything else aside from this movie, but Farva's character is, like, he has, like, the dullest, shittiest, like, what the fuck kind of jokes in the world. And he's, like, just trying to, like, play catch-up with the rest of the highway patrolmen who are, like, all really, really funny guys. And they all have these, like, ridiculous antics, like, make their work even, like, 10 times funner. And Farva's character, I don't know, he's such a sad, pathetic little character, but at the same time, he's just, his attempts at comedy, his awkwardness, is just like, what the fuck are you doing, Farva? Kind of, like, mentality. I fucking love watching him attempt to be funny and fail. And, like, what's really great is, like, when he gets, like, really, really hostile, in one of these scenes at the end of the, like, around the middle of the movie where he's sitting there, he's asking for a liter of cola, which no one fucking does, at this, like, Burger King place. And he's just like, I want a goddamn liter of cola! It's just like, do we have a liter of cola? It's just like, grabs onto this fucking poor dude who's just trying to be like a smart ass to the cop. He's just like, I'll stick it to the cops, but Farva's just going fucking apeshit because he can't get his liter of cola. He ends up jumping over the fucking desk and just beating the living shit out of this kid. Something about his character, I fucking hate Farva, but I love his awkwardness. His awkwardness is hilarious. Like, there's this one scene, like, it didn't even need to be there, where they open up Farva's trunk, and he's got, like, all these, like, different ridiculous sex toys. Like, he has this blow-up doll, and, like, one of them, like, Mac, on the team, is just like, oh, Farva, you sad, sad, strange little man. That is such a perfect sum up of who Farva is. I give this movie 1 thumb up. I really, really like this movie. It's one of those movies that you can only watch every now and then. For me, it's one of those movies. It's just like, at first, you think to yourself, I don't know if I want to watch this. But then you turn it on, and then it's one of those movies that swoops in and just takes you. Just grabs you, and you just have, like, a really, really good time. And it's the feeling that this movie gives me, it's one of those movies where it gives you the same feeling as if you walk into a room full of your friends and they're all snickering and smiling, and you know that they're gonna, like, pull some fucking prank on you. And it has that feeling, like a good prank, just, like, waiting to happen. gregarganda in this movie is a good prank waiting to happen. And I love you, Vanessa. And I love everybody else. Peace.